confidence by the people in the way in which the government of Barbados is handling this. It is as if the government is willing to put the interests of its friends in Clico above the interests of you, the public. And it has to stop, because there's nothing that can more undermine a society than a breakdown in the trust that must exist between the government and those that they govern. And there's also a lack of transparency in the way in which the government is handling the Clico matter. And the time has come for full disclosure. Because I'm about tonight to suggest that the government says that you're going to get back your money. But they haven't said you what is going to be the source of funds from which you're going to get back your money. So the uncertainty persists. But you must get back your money. And Barbados cannot go forward as a serious society if people's lives are bankrupt because they trusted their investments in Clico. It is clear to us in the Barbados Labour Party that the government will not realize enough money from the sale of Clico's assets to be able to pay you, the people, who have made investments in Clico. Let us bring this matter to closure from this short. We understand that the government will have to go and raise money by way of a bond to settle this. It has to be settled. Give the people the certainty that it will be settled, and that we will support you if you have to raise a bond to pay the people, but on the following conditions. First of all, if you have to pay Clico, and you know you have to pay the investment in Clico, stop doing foolishness with the rest of the money available to the government, and stop getting involved in commitments that do not make sense. If you know you have to find the money to pay Clico, what is the point of saying you will guarantee the repayment of $58 billion to put a backside on Sherburne that even Erskine Sandiford says he does not want? If you know you have to pay back Clico, why are you, even as I speak to you, trying to put together a project now to build a cruise pier, a new cruise pier? And you know the same gentleman who will be involved with this, who's getting the contract for the cruise pier, $500 million. It's the same man who will get First Rocky prisons. It's the same man who getting the contract for building marina. How fat are you going to make war, man? How many hundreds of millions must one man get when you know you have to deal with the Clico problem? And there are many things that the government is doing that are unnecessary, why they should be putting aside things not to increase the debt. Because this problem of Clico is so big that if you don't fix it by raising a loan, this country could go under. So stop doing foolish things with the people money. Secondly, those responsible for the Clico debacle have to be pursued. We will support, as we should, the raising of a loan to fix Clico. They're pensioners who don't know how they are going to live if they don't get it fixed. But those who got money from Clico or use influence to get money from Clico improperly have to be pursued. I need to see some people in blue denim too, rather than silk Italian suits. To be satisfied that a Labour Party telling the government, borrow and we will support you. There must be accountability. And we will support the raising of the money to fix the Clico problem, but those responsible for causing the problem have to be made to pay the price for their behavior if we are to use taxpayers' money for that. And third, there must be transparency. We need now to be told all the facts. There's a Douglas of St. Kitts has pointed the thing in the correct position. Deliberate decisions were made by people in the management of Clico, people who were legal advisors to Clico, that has put us in this position. Let us bring this to closure by putting out all the facts. Mayor Marley brought in a confidence motion in the House because we felt that that was going to help us to deal with the matter. We called for Clico to be put under judicial management 2 years ago. We now need to be told what has happened between that oversight committee ending its work and the judicial manager coming into existence. Have anybody else been in the position to take out money from Clico while you have been left to hold the bag? We need to be told all these things. So the time has come when Barbados must be governed again. And if there are difficult decisions that have to be made, the government is put in a position that it must make the difficult decisions. A opposition that is responsible, saying the public struggling, will act responsibly. But it has to be brought to closure with accountability, transparency, and those who have benefited improperly must pay the price. The second matter that I want to raise, and I will keep raising it, is that the Barbadian public is suffering from Bill Stewart. The prices are too rough. Too rough. And it is not enough to keep saying that it is because of international recession or international oil prices. I want the media to guide some simple facts. Some simple facts tonight. There is no good reason why oil prices in Barbados should be as rough as they are. The reason why they are as rough as they are is because the government is involved in tax gouging. And let me give you the facts. In September 1994, when we assumed office, crude oil prices were $15 a barrel. Gasoline was $5.88 a gallon, and the total tax on a gallon of gasoline was $3.37. That's when we assumed office. Crude prices were $15, and I'm calling it slowly because that's why I'm enemy sits in the nation. Crude prices $15. The price of gasoline in September 1994, $5.83. The tax per gallon, $3.37. In January 2008, when we left office, the price of crude was $90 a gallon, 6 times higher than when we came to office. The price was $8.18, but guess what? We found in 1994 tax on a gallon of gas at $3.37. When we left office in 2008, the tax on a gallon of gas was $2.43. Almost $1 a gallon different we was taking in gasoline. And what has happened since then? Since we've left office, the price of crude has gone from $90 to $110, $105. The price of gasoline has gone from $8 to $12, but the tax has gone from $2.16 sorry, $2.42 a gallon to $3.82 a gallon. So that since we have left office, the government of Barbados has increased the tax on gasoline by almost $1.50 a gallon. Now, if they were to do what we did, every time the price of crude rise, it to reduce the excise and carry back the tax on gasoline to where it was under the Barbados Labour Party. For every 10 gallons of gasoline that you buy, you will save $15. Now, you are sensible people. Think about how many times you buy 10 gallons of gasoline. And think about how many $15 you will save if the government would just listen to what we are telling them, carry back the tax to where it was under us. And I want to say this, because somebody got to start saying it. In collaboration with my ministers, we knew what it was to manage a country where the tax on gasoline was brought down by over $1 per gallon. What is so different now with Barbados? That you cannot continue to lead and manage a country where you keep the price of gasoline as low as possible to the people of the country. And there's something else that the government can do, because the prices from the store are too rough. You can go to CARICOM, and we keep telling you, and plead with the rest of the region to remove for a temporary time the common external tariff that is 20% on some goods and 40% on others. You have that right under CARICOM rules to do so. When prices spiked in 2007, the government that I led used that as a means of keeping prices as low as possible to you. We have come to the stage where it is unconscionable for us to remain silent, as people are suffering, can't pay their bills, struggling to make meet in this country, and that there are things that can be done that have been tried and proven in this country, and a wayward, ignorant government. Because this is what it is. Doing nothing while the people suffer. I know I am motivated. I feel motivated to be in public life. I've been in it for 27 years. But I've never seen our country facing the kind of crisis that it is facing. And I can understand a crisis that our country has to deal with because of difficult circumstances. But this crisis is caused by inertia. A government that does not know what it is doing and is making you, the people, pay a price for its ignorance and its inertia. I'm not going to speak too long tonight, because tonight it belongs to Dwight, and I welcome him in the board. But a message must go out to Barbados. It must go to Suku. It must go to Fernand Stewart. But it must go to all of Barbados. That the 2008 election must be the last election that the Barbadian people are asked to vote for foolishness, for nonsense. Because the problems that we are facing in this country is not only because you have a government that is idle and a prime minister that does not know what he's doing, but that you have a government that has assumed responsibility for government in this country without a program for the development of the Barbadian society. Now you have a government that came And ours was to be a country of duty-free cars. Ours was to be a country of interest-free mortgages. Ours was to be a country of free houses at National Housing Corporation. And it was to be a country where the government of the day secured its place by summer camps, free bus fares, and community councils. All of these things constitute just a political program. And yes, you can, in Barbados, as elsewhere, seek the support of interest groups by giving this person a tidbit here and a tidbit there. And yes, and it's sad to have to say so, that there were some interest groups that the Barbados Labour Party administration that they led treated with great generosity and respect that were taken in. And the time has come for the accounting too. We did not let down the nurses and the policemen. Everything that they asked for, we were accommodated. We introduced a thing called a hazard allowance, that if you work at unsociable hours, we gave you. We knew what it was, not just to pay decent wages, but we didn't cut people's salary by 8%. We gave back the 8% that the Democratic Party. And perhaps there's some in the Barbados Labour Party who felt that we should have paid interest to politics too. And that we could have promised people the moon and the stars. But they say to the Barbados Labour Party, that is the Barbados Labour Party. And right, I'm saying this to you and to the other candidates, because we have a proud tradition in this party for 73 years. We have set high goals, we have set high standards, but our motivation has only been the full development of Barbados. And as I said, if you stand on this platform tonight, beginning the advance to victory, I'm begging the Barbados Labour Party, do not let us depart from our high standards. Let us set high goals, because we believe, and I believe, that no matter what the problems facing us in the world, that once we set our minds to it, once we take the people into our confidence, we don't have to offer the people trivia and trickery, like free houses and so on. We can offer the people of Barbados a better life. The prospect of a country that works, the prospect of a country that cares, the prospect of a country that is respected in the world. Tonight, comrades, we are starting the march to victory. As I told you, for the last 6 months, I've been spending my time working with the party, doing nothing else but just holding this party together. And I want to thank all of the family of the Barbados Labour Party, because times have been tough. And believe me, colleagues, times have been tough. But we have found a way just to hold this party together. And I am proud that no matter what our differences might be in this party, that the people of the Barbadian Labour Party want their party to succeed, and they will hold this party together. So tonight, I'm giving you therefore a new set of orders. We've held it together. The line has not buckled. Let us now advance a victory. Good night. And God bless you. Ladies and gentlemen,
all you labor warriors come. Roll call. And let me go. Down, 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 down. We can let them down, down, down. Down, 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 down. We can